Thank you so much for joining us. So let me start off by asking you, could you tell us some of the key highlights of this quarter? What has worked for you? What has not worked for you?
So during the quarter, our sales was up by 6%. Our EBITDA was down by 5%, but profit after tax was up by 120%. So the key highlights of the quarter was that during the quarter we reduced our debt by close to 800 crores. For the 9 months, we reduced our debt by 2,490 crores. And our total finance cost we reduced from 10.16% in the starting of the year to 9.04%. And debt to equity, which was 1.29:1 during the in the start of the year, has come down to 1.04:1. So that's the key highlight. And during the quarter, we added another 208 megawatt of the long-term PPAs, and which was 176 megawatt for Haryana and 32 megawatt for the group captive. So with that, our portfolio is totally 69.3%.
And in terms of volume generation, how much electricity is generated this quarter? And going forward, like what is the demand and supply that you're looking at?
So, generation was 6% up, and this is seasonal quarter, and because of which during the winter you have less water for the hydro asset, and so the total PLF was 58%, which was up by 2% as year on year.
And in case if government opens up a bid for coal blocks, would you be interested in bidding, and how much is the capacity that you're looking at? Like what is required for you?
So yes, certainly we will be keen to evaluate that. At this point of time, the policy discussion is going on. So government has invited comments on the standard bidding document for commercial mining, and we are giving our comments. And once the stakeholder engagement has taken place and they can come out with a coal mining block, we will participate on that.
And what is your current capacity?
Our capacity is 4.5 gigawatt.
Okay. And sir, could you tell us more about the Vijayanagar project? Like what is the status currently at?
So at this point of time, 200 megawatt we are supplying to Government of Karnataka, and some power we are supplying to JSW Steel, and balance we are supplying in merchant market. Our PLF is 51% during the quarter, and we are looking at long-term PPAs as and when they come.
And how much of your capacity is currently tied up, and what is it that you're planning in terms of ramping this up?
So total 69.3% is the long-term tie-up by end of the quarter, and 200 megawatt is under regulatory approval with Punjab. Once that happens, we will be at 74%, which we expect by end of this financial year.
Okay.
But our focus is on more and more long-term tie-up, and we believe that the trajectory will continue in the year to come.
And in your presentation, you mentioned about the electric vehicle project as well. Could you give more detail on that, like the timeline that we are looking at? Have you tied up with any company for the same?
So we are evaluating that space. We are in a process of capacity building at this point of time, and we expect in next 3 to 4 years time frame we will be launching our product.
You have recently shelved the Bina project as well. I believe like for the same you must have like put in some advance payment. Do you know the timeline when you can recover that money, or what is the recovery process?
So there was 1,000 crore rupees advance which was given, of which 260 crore has been adjusted against the various consideration towards the hydro asset, and at this point of time around 750 crores is outstanding, and we are in continuous engagement with the lenders on that part.
And finally, for this quarter, the margins have come down. So how are you planning to end the financial year? Any guidance on the revenue and margins?
No, we don't give any guidance on the revenue or margin, but what we are talking about that our return on equity is continuously improving, and it will continue to improve. The reduction in EBITDA is primarily because of the provision on the tariff order.
What is that provision?
So that is a tariff order which we received for the Rajasthan PPA, and there that provision has been made. So it's a one-off provision because of which our EBITDA is down. Otherwise, year on year our financial performance is better.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to BloombergQuint.
Thank you.
Thank you.